Good day, everyone. This is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and this is Saturday, the 18th of September, 2021. And this is the weekly technical analysis for the Euro, the cable, and the Aussie dollar for the fourth week of September. And across these three major pairs, the last 2 days of last week, Thursday and Friday, was bearish. It started earlier in the week, but there was the big breakdown in the last 2 days of the week. Let's begin with the Euro. And basically, these were triggered by better than expected US retail sales figures on Thursday. And then there was a follow through on the Friday as well. And it was consolidating for a while from the start of the week with support from just below the 118 at the monthly pivot, as well as the 50 pip retracement of this swing move up. But then it was rejected and resistance right at the 55, daily 55 EMA, and could not reach the 21 fib again. Fell below this long-term trend line after climbing back up to the 119 area, and now has fallen back below this trend line, which was, just to remind everyone, way back from the end of last year, towards the end of last year, November last year. And this could be seen as a big double top for weeks, and trying to break down further, but it has been supportive. So it did break through the 62 fib area, which we were highlighting that if it does break, it would hit that level first, and it did on the Thursday. Pull back to retest the 50 fib again, and the breakdown from the monthly pivot. That's at the 117.90, and fell further, heading towards the 78.6 retracement level. And also ominously looking to test the 117.00 area, which if it does break, then it will test this swing low at the 116.64. That was low from August last month. So let's move this now, and perhaps move this here as next critical support there. So this area at the monthly pivot is now support turned to resistance. Let's change that there. Oops. Okay. And we'll leave this fib for now, and start of next week, it will clearly hit the 78.6. We'll see if it does break the 117 level. Right, last week there wasn't much Euro news, but the this week is the key one that is from the FOMC. Federal Reserve will make their policy decisions, and whether to define or determine the date of the start of the tapering. So many are expecting November, could be as late as December. Okay, so that's a key one for this week across all the major pairs and across all the major economies as well. There's the flash manufacturing and services PMIs on the Thursday. Okay, let's take a look at the US dollar index, where that has obviously risen and broken through the resistance that we highlighted last week at this 76 Fib retracement, and supported by the daily 55 EMA. So this now turned to support. You can see that it was the Thursday that it broke out higher and followed through on the Friday and back through this swing high level previously at the 9317. So that's a critical break as well, where it could now continue to test this previous swing high. And I think we could also move this over to this swing high here now. And that's at the 9371 level. So let's see if it can continue higher to test this level. Then we'll see what happens after that, whether it's going to break and continue higher, or whether it's just going to hit the resistance again and then revert lower back towards the 55 EMA and consolidate for a while. Could be in this channel. So all eyes will be on the Federal Reserve on the Wednesday. So let's see if there is a possible it's too early to tell on the upper side. So now there's support from below. Let's just draw this support for now. All the way back here across. All right. Let's move back to the euro. Okay, so 117 is in sight, and possible retest of this swing low here as well. And on the weekly time frame, if it goes past that swing low, there's the weekly 200 EMA at 116.30 that it could try to test, which is near these previous support levels here. That was way back in also September, November last year. Which aligns closely with the weekly 200 EMA. Getting towards the 116.00 round figure. Okay, let's move on to the cable. And the cable initially climbed up, and on Tuesday it tested the 139. That was because the US CPI figure was lower than expected, and this gave a boost for temporary, but then it quickly pulled back lower. back below the daily 55 EMA, and also the weekly pivot. Last week's weekly pivot was at 138.15. And then the Thursday, started falling lower, and from the 38 fib retracement of this swing move, or if we flip it the other way around, it's actually the 68 fib retracement of this move, and back up here, falling now below the weekly S1 as well for last week, right to the daily 200 EMA at 137.27. So that's a pretty decisive target here for Friday. And basically return back to the low of the previous week, which was at the 137.26, so right back down here. And this here now at 138 is going to be resistance zone. And the next support is going to be the back to, if we take the retracement, that will be the 21 fib retracement of this swing move down. Okay, and that's at the 136.84 level. So let's just mark this as support here. That's still key support area. This previous swing low was as well. It does break. There's a longer term fib here. I think we can change this now. Could be a bit too far here. So let's move this. Let's move this out here. To this swing low, right from the daily 200 EMA or weekly 200 EMA. That's from the low of November as well. Now that the longer term fib in blue, that aligns with the 21 fib retracement back up here for the shorter term, and that's a confluence here of the support zone around the 136.85 area. Okay, so I think that's better alignment, as well as previously this from the swing high retracement down to the 21 fib is at 140. The 38 fib here also aligns with the weekly pivot for last week. So that's probably a better alignment here. Okay, and if it's if this support breaks, there's the swing low at the 136.00 support, and below that for the longer term fib retracement, that's the 62 fib at 135.58. Okay, around 135.60. All right. This was another target zone in case that support breaks. So that's one area here. And next one at the 62 Fib. And next week as well, it's a key week for the UK, with the Bank of England also having their meeting and policy decisions. And that's following Wednesday's Federal Reserve decisions. So this is a critical week for the cable. Right, so let's see if this support at the 200 holds, and whether the monthly pivot holds as interim resistance. And if it does break down, that's going to be the first target here. Target zone at just below 137, 136.85 area. And then followed by the 136. Extreme case or extreme weakness, then it could target the 62 Fib on the longer term, Fib at 135.58. Okay, so critical levels to watch for next week for the cable. Let's move on to the Aussie dollar. And for the RBA, they are releasing their monetary policy meeting minutes on the Tuesday. So that's another central bank activity for this coming week, starting with the RBA and the FOMC, and then the Bank of England on Thursday. So similar to the other major pairs, started to fall on last Tuesday and weakened further on Thursday and Friday. Did not hit the 62 Fib yet. This is still clearly resistance, and along with the weekly pivot was up there last week. Could not break above the daily 55 EMA, which is already sloping downwards. This was a critical support at the 50 Fib, which it broke as well, along with the monthly pivot. So this will now be a key resistance zone. Okay. Next stop will be at the 7200 along with the 78.6. Retracement of this swing move up. So that will be support. And further down is a retest of this recent swing low, the low of August. So that's closely aligned with the 0.7100 area. Okay, so we'll see whether the FOMC meeting will trigger further US dollar strength, or it could reverse it. And if it US dollar does strengthen, then these could be a test of multiple support zones for all these major pairs. However, if the US dollar does turn around and retrace, then these major pairs could find some relief and have a bounce back. So critical week next week for all the major pairs. All right. Okay, so do check out my other videos on spot gold and dollar yen as well. And have a safe week and a good trading week. And cheers for now.